Hello, it is I, Smart. So basically, I every once in a while I see these videos on YouTube, right, where people are like rewriting all of the Star Wars sequels because they don't like the sequels for whatever reason. Anyway, I think they're okay. I think they're pretty alright. Anyway, and then people are like, oh, I'm gonna like rewrite the whole sequel because I don't like them, and I think they did a bad job writing them. So I obviously, as one person, know how to rewrite an entire trilogy of movies. So I'm gonna rewrite it and tell you how I think the Star Wars sequel should be because I want it this way. Anyway, avoiding these people, I know we're not gonna name any names here, but so Star Wars channels, they do these things. So I'm like, hey, I am a Star Wars YouTube channel. I could do this, but I gotta one up them. I gotta do this better than other people because I are smart and I can do anything. So instead, I figured, hey, why stop at just like the sequels? Why not rewrite all of Star Wars? But with me, I Smart as the central character. All right. So that's what we're gonna do in this video. I'm gonna rewrite all of Star Wars. All right. So bear with me. This is gonna be fun. So we gotta start back at the beginning, not at like the beginning of the movie, but like we're just gonna go through the whole timeline and just change everything. So first of all, we start off in the prequels, alright? You know, the Phantom Menace stuff. Anyway, so the whole point of this story now is that instead of focusing on like Jedi and like Anakin Skywalker and like I don't care about that stuff, we're focusing on the Separatists because they're cool, and we're focusing primarily on the fact that they want to promote free trade throughout the galaxy. Which is a really cornerstone idea that will affect the economic policies of the Empire later. Anyway, are you bored yet? Yeah, no. We're just gonna make the entire thing just like a bunch of battles of clones versus like droids, and maybe like some emotional build-up beforehand. I don't know. Anyway, they're just gonna fight. We're gonna have a ton of great fight scenes, and that's the prequels, because that's all we really need. So just cut out the whole like Anakin and Padme stuff. I don't really care about it. Anyway, just fight scenes, right? The prequels, 3 movies of fight scenes. It'll be amazing. Trust me on this one. We're gonna rewrite all the prequels. Get out of here, George, with your lovey-dovey weird writing about I don't like sand and stuff. We're going full-on just Battle of Geonosis. Like, Episode 2 was just the Battle of Geonosis and nothing else. It's a 2-hour-long movie. It's just the battle on Geonosis. So you got, like, the first part of, like, the battle and, like the arena with all the lightsabers, and that'll be the start. Then you have like a little bit of characters in the middle, but then that's gonna be like 5 minutes. Then we're gonna get to the big whole battlefield of like huge stuff. Like we're gonna like see the clones getting like blown up in half, and it's gonna be crazy. This is gonna be rated R, by the way. We're making rated R Star Wars. This is gonna be gory. There's gonna be like droids getting their like heads chopped off and like thrown at other droids. There's gonna be like clones with like missing limbs and like all. It's gonna be crazy, alright? Absolutely wild stuff going all over the place. Anyway, so that's the prequels. They end with the Empire coming to power with Palpatine. You know, he does the same old thing, except Anakin, he's there. We don't really need to focus on him too much. He's like angry or something. Anyway, he still becomes Darth Vader. That all still happens because Darth Vader is very cool. And we can't just get rid of him. So I don't know. He had this whole character stuff off camera because no one really cares about that. Anyway, so we got the Empire now. And you know, the Separatists are defeated, unfortunately. But they kind of just go and hang out with the Empire now. So, and then the Empire kind of just adopts their policies, but no one cares about it. Anyway, so the Empire is here now, and in between Episode 3 and 4, we might have some like extended stuff, maybe a movie or two, or like a series on Disney Plus we might make to just explain the start of the evil rebels, so we can get an idea as to where their story comes from, because they're not going to be around for very long, trust me. But there'll be an interesting story, like maybe just a series on Disney Plus about some rebel group who wants to fight the Empire for some reason, I don't know. Anyway, it'll obviously be from the Imperial point of view, and be a very sad war story about a group of terrorists killing a battalion of stormtroopers, and how that affects the lives of the stormtroopers' families, because that was never focused on in the movies, unfairly. Anyway, so the stormtroopers, right, you know, they're going to be a focus here. They're the might of the Empire, they're just regular civilians. By the way, that I didn't change anything. This is just canon. This is official Star Wars canon. That's not me changing anything. That's just canon. Stormtroopers have families. We do. Anyway, so the whole original trilogy is going to focus more on the Empire. So by the time we get to A New Hope, the whole movie is just going to be more focusing on the Empire and having the Death Star being almost constructed and whatnot. There's still a battle on Scarif because I thought that was a cool scene in the movie. So we'll keep Rogue One except it'll be like Krennic as the good guy, and it'll be extremely tragic when he dies, because he still has to die, unfortunately, in this timeline. So anyway, the only thing I've changed here is that the small rebel group that we don't care about because they haven't been given any screen time because no one likes them. Anyway, the rebels just get destroyed, honestly. You know, all the same stuff happens, you know, like rebels with like Luke and Han, I don't really care about them. Anyway, they break onto the Death Star, yada yada, everything's the same. The Empire follows them back to the rebel base, except this time, instead of jumping onto this side of the system where they have to go around a planet to blow up the rebel base, they just jump right to the rebel base and blow it up. Yeah, that's about it. So anyway, the rebels are gone now. And then later Vader can like find out about like his kids, you know, Luke and Leia being killed, but we don't really care about that anyway. So up next is Empire Strikes Back, but they really don't have anything to strike back against. So anyway, they just spend the whole next movie to introduce my character. We haven't introduced my character yet, which is IR Smart. He'll be a new character who will be mainly focused on. You may be asking yourself, who's the main character of this movie? It's me. We just had 4 movies in the first place that were about where I come from. So anyway, we have me now, and I'm pretty cool. I'm just starting off as a regular Stormtrooper, but I'm here now, and we got a new threat. So the droid armies, remember them from the prequels? Right, they're coming back, but this time they're like zombie droids. All right, bear with me. They're droids, but they're like all strapped together, and they're being like controlled by a mysterious bad guy, and we don't know who it is. So we got Palpatine and Vader still. They're still in charge of everything, obviously. So now they have the Death Star, and they, you know, because it's still around, because it didn't get blown up in this timeline. Thank God, all those millions of Stormtrooper lives were saved. So anyway, the Death Star's still around, blowing up stuff, trying to take out these, but the droid army keep coming, and we're like, where are they coming from? So they hire me, IR Smart, to go on a secret mission to get rid of the droid army. And at the end of the movie, we find out that the guy who's in charge of the droid armies is actually none other than a big reveal. We're going to figure that out later. We don't need to figure it out now. All we need to know is that it's going to be someone who's teased in the trailer to get more people to show up in the theater. So like we'll just have like some really big name character, like a big name actor who played a really famous character from like the prequels or something. Anyway, we'll get him, and then he's going to turn out to be my father. Or I don't know. I mean, we could do that. I feel like this is a bit of a done-over trope, but it'd be cool. And that's going to be it. The movie's going to end. And then finally we get Return of the Episode 6. I haven't done net title names, but they don't really matter. We'll figure that out later. Anyway, this is going to be called Return of the Stormtrooper. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Anyway, so I'm back. It's me, IR Smart. I'm here, and we're back. The Empire's still fighting against these droid armies. We didn't defeat them yet. The zombie droids. All right, we got to fight them. All right, and so these robot zombies. We got to get rid of them once and for all. So we just decided one Death Star is enough. We built the second one anyway. You know. We had to make a sequel, because the first one's still here, we still got it. It's just old, and we felt like making a new one. So now I got 2 Death Stars at the same time, alright? Do you have any idea how much we can do with that? So anyway, and then the droid armor just dies at the end of the movie. I don't know what happens in the middle of the movie, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, this is all figuring out later. We're just getting the main plotline right now, don't worry about it. Anyway, so we can have some stuff in the middle. The Mandalorian can still happen, I guess, but that requires the Empire to fall, so... You know what, the Mandalorian doesn't happen. Sorry. Baby Yoda doesn't exist in this timeline, you know. And, you know, maybe Luke Skywalker will show up for a bit. That'd be kind of cool. You know, if he shows up. But actually, no, I'm gonna change the thing, right? So Luke Skywalker is gonna still be here. He's been training in secret. He went and met with Yoda, who was just high on ketamine this entire time. I think that's canon. It's gonna be canon in mine, at least. Anyway, so Yoda's high on ketamine and whatnot. So he's doing that, and teaches Luke to do that stuff. So Luke decides, hey, I'm gonna be in this movie, because he wasn't in the 5th one at all. So anyway, he's gonna show up in the 6th one, and he's gonna be like super high on ketamine with Yoda. He's gonna be like, and he's gonna have like Baby Yoda with him, or Grogu. He's gonna have Grogu with him, and we're gonna find out that Grogu is actually Yoda's son, with Yaddle, but Yaddle's dead, and Yoda didn't want to pay child support, so we just passed him off to Luke. So Luke's got like Grogu with him, and he's like using the Force, and both of them are on ketamine, and they're like chopping up a bunch of stormtroopers, and it's like this whole thing. And then I got to be the final, and then Luke's like the final boss for me, so I got to fight him. And once we defeat him, I've finally done it. I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to the Galactic Empire, and I get a medal and everything. and it's gonna be crazy, and there's gonna be this big sequence, it's gonna have the Imperial March playing, and that's it, that's the end of the movie. And the people are gonna be like, wow, what a great movie. But then we're gonna, 30 years later, we're gonna make a new trilogy, alright? And this brand new trilogy with brand new stuff. Alright, and finally, we get to introduce Rey as a character. Now, who was Rey? I don't know. It's probably the same character because it's easier for my end on writing it. Anyway, so I'm cool. I'm this big old famous guy in the galaxy. You know, IR Smart, kind of the hero of the galaxy, defeated Luke Skywalker and Grogu, because they were both evil or something. Anyway, so I'm like this big famous guy now, but I'm kind of just passed on. I'm kind of getting old, I guess. I don't know if I'm getting old. So anyway, Rey's there now, and she's pretty cool. She shows up and she's like, actually I don't know if it's 30 years or like 10 years after, I don't know, we'll figure that out later. Anyway, Rey shows up, she's pretty cool. We're gonna have her have the same origin, where she's like the son of a clone of Palpatine, because that's dumb. Actually, you know what, I'm changing it, we're getting rid of that plot. Rey is descendants of nobody. She's still Force sensitive though, and becomes a Jedi for some reason. But instead of, her arc instead of becoming a Jedi, because the Jedi suck, alright? So she's gonna meet with like, a light side character and a dark side character, that I haven't decided yet. And Kylo Ren doesn't exist in this story because I already killed him. Why did I kill him? I don't know. We'll figure that out later. So anyway, probably just because he's competition to get to Rey. Let's be honest here. So anyway, he's dead. And so maybe he trained Rey or something. I don't know. So anyway, we have like a dark side character and a light side character. And then Rey realizes, whoa, am I going to be light side or dark side? And then me, in like either the 7th or the 8th movie, I'm going to go through a crazy experience where I'm gonna like see both sides of the Force, and I'm gonna get like enlightened, and I'm gonna be like, guys, we have to bring balance to the Force once and for all. It was in front of our faces the whole time, and I'm gonna meet with Palpatine. Is gonna be like, nah, bro, you gotta stick with the dark side. I'm like, dude, we gotta try both, alright? You gotta have both at the same time. And he's gonna get all mad, and Rey's gonna show up, and she's gonna be like light side, and then I'm gonna be like, guys, stop. We gotta stop being separate. We gotta stop having rebels and Empire. We gotta work together and join forces and actually get rid of the rebels. But like the light side people, we'll go with them. So anyway, like whoever they're gonna be, the Resistance maybe, I don't know. Then in the 9th movie, I'm gonna be the one to bring everyone together, and we're gonna make the Force but balanced. And there's not gonna be a light side or a dark side anymore. There's gonna be the middle side, the gray side. Yeah, and everyone's gonna have their own cool lightsabers. We can all use the Force, and we're gonna figure out how to give the Force to everybody. Actually, that'd be kind of dumb, because, like, when everyone has the Force, no one has the Force. You know what? Maybe not. Anyway, we'll figure that out later. But anyway, finally, there's gonna be balance to the Force. The Empire's gonna last forever. It's gonna be great to everyone. And yeah, that's it. And then I'm gonna, like, hang out with Rey and stuff, because that'll be cool. That'll be, like, the whole arc of that thing. And then she's gonna realize she needs to become a gray Jedi. And so she's gonna train a bunch of people to, like, balance the Force for generations to come. And we'll probably keep a couple other things, like, I don't know, Clone Wars is pretty cool. We can keep that. Rebels, we'll get rid of that, because it's an entire show about the bad guys. So just scrap that. Sorry, Dave Filoni. And Resistance, no one watched in the first place. It doesn't even matter if we keep it, because no one's gonna watch it. So anyway, that's me rewriting all of Star Wars. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope Disney approves my idea. You know, I mean, they could, like, just say this is an alternate timeline. People would watch this. People would pay money to see this. It doesn't matter how weird it is. You slap the Star Wars logo on it, people will watch it. So Disney, call me up, all right? Let's get this thing going, all right? The IR Smart Star Wars. It can be just a trilogy. We could condense it down to a trilogy if we want to just do like one prequel movie, one original movie, and one sequel. We could condense it down. It'd probably be better if we just do it, not the IR Smart trilogy. Like alternate timeline. But I think I also like it as 9 movies, but maybe that's too big. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you like my movie. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you think I should change or anything we can work through, because it's not done yet. This is just my idea for a movie, so let me know. Bye.